even the New York Times article we had up, where they literally are saying in an hour-long rambling speech, right? Like any time, like how do you? You'd think there'd be some reset, which there isn't. With them, they're just going to have to fail.
Some there have been.
Well, yes, but I just mean like it's to make it that obvious still. But when it comes to foreign policy, man, the institutions, and they just hate the fact that is Trump's gut instinct. He wants to stop the dying. And to me, I mean, I still think that's one of the major reasons why he got elected.
Yeah.
Is this idea that people are tired of having Biden couldn't even speak a sentence, let alone pick up the phone to call these foreign dictators. Trump represented at least some rational thought.
Afghanistan was the moment Joe Biden's approval rating inverted.
Dropped.
Because we saw the death of U.S. men and women in uniform. We saw the complete and utter collapse of a 20-year investment of the United States, for better or for worse. If you want to argue we shouldn't have gone there in the first place, there was still an effort to maintain security and keep China and our enemies from seizing this territory. And it fell apart overnight because Joe Biden's a moron. The plans they had for Afghanistan, as Ian calls it, was a surrender. And every move they made, there's no logic within it. This flipped things in this country because many people in this country don't like war. So when you see tensions escalating, the expansion of ISIS, et cetera, you know what's funny is that in Trump's term, he crushes ISIS, no new wars. Ukraine actually was cooling down. When in 2014, when I went there, and the beginning of the separatist movement, it was bubbling up. I wasn't there when it broke off into full-on conflict, but they were calling it a civil war erupting.
You went to Ukraine or Russia?
Ukraine.
Yep.
I was in Ukraine 3 times. So I went there in 2014 at the start of the Euromaidan protests, which ultimately led to the ousting of Yanukovych, which ultimately led to the separatist movement, and then what people were referring to as a civil war. I came back after Trump was president, and you know what my friend in Ukraine told me? No, we don't call it a civil war anymore. There's some fighting now, but it's really calming down. And I'm like, whoa, okay, wow. That's pretty crazy. I was like, really? I thought it was going to be like a civil war or something. And then Biden gets in, and what do you get? Once again, I think, yeah, exactly. It's insanity. The Biden administration, Obama, Kamala, Hillary, all of their ilk have no idea how to manage the system, and Trump's been right the whole time. I think people saw all of that, and they also recognize that Trump's joking half the time. He's being silly, or, when it comes to like the use of military economic force, we're not going to see the military invading Panama, but the media still pretends like it's 2019 or it's 2022. Yeah, no, it's changed. People saw through this, and it's time we got some sound foreign policy.
Well, and Republicans now are backing off. We've talked about Defend the Guard, the bill that Bring Our Troops Home runs. And now Republicans, this will be a big test. Do they keep pushing forward? Because we do. I mean, all these guardsmen are overseas. That's one of the best bills at the state level. And so that's going to be an interesting test to see, because it's easy when Biden's in the White House, right? But if you got a Republican president and you want to limit the guardsmen that they can use, this is the time to do it. I think Trump would support it publicly, even though he's the guy, but that'll be a big test in 25 to see if those bills go forward.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.